Hello there. Good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Shibu John from Toronto, Canada, on the 12th of June, 2026. This morning, we are going to meditate from the book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 14. Genesis chapter 22 and verse 14. And Abraham called the name of that place, the Lord will provide. Our focal point for today's meditation is, the Lord will provide. This beautiful name, Jehovah Jireh, which means the Lord will provide, was born out of one of the greatest tests of faith recorded in the Word of God, in the Bible. God had asked Abraham to offer his beloved son Isaac, the son of promise, upon Mount Moriah. Abraham did not fully understand what God was doing, but he trusted him enough to obey. When we hear the words, the Lord will provide, we often think of God supplying a need. And that is certainly true. But the meaning goes even deeper. The Hebrew word Jireh comes from Rah, which means to see. Jehovah Jireh can therefore be understood as the Lord who sees, or the Lord who foresees. Farsighted. Think about that for a moment. God's provision is rooted in His prevision. He sees before we see. He knows before we know. Before Abraham ever climbed the mountain, God had already seen what would be needed at the top of the mountain. The remarkable thing is that God did not create a ram at the last second. The ram was already there, caught in the woods. While Abraham was walking up the mountain in obedience, God's provision was already waiting in place. That means the answer was prepared before the test began. What a powerful truth! God's provision is not His reaction to our circumstances. It's often His preparation long before we arrive at them. He's already working ahead of us, arranging what we cannot but see. Perhaps today, you and me find ourselves on our own Mount Moriah. Maybe we are carrying a burden that feels heavy. Perhaps we are facing uncertainty in our family, in our finances, or our future. We may be asking, Lord, where will the provision come from? The story of Abraham reminds us that God's provision is found at the place of obedience and surrender. The ram was not waiting in the valley, it was waiting on the mountain. The blessing was not found in retreat, it was found in trust. Abraham discovered Jehovah Jireh when he continued walking, continued believing, and continued obeying, even when he did not have all the answers. Dear ones, God saw Abraham surrender before the ram appeared. He sees ours too. He sees every prayer offered in faith. He sees every step of obedience taken in uncertainty. He sees every sacrifice made out of love and trust for Him. And because He sees, He provides. The Lord's prevision of our obedience leads to His provision. What He calls us to do, He has already prepared the grace, strength, wisdom, and resources to accomplish. So these days, do not stop climbing your mountain. Let us keep on climbing the mountain. Rise early as Abraham did. Trust completely. Walk in obedience. Keep moving forward with confidence in God's character. Jehovah Jireh is not merely a name from a Bible story. It's a living promise. The God who provided for Abraham is the same God who sees our situation today. As we close, I encourage you to make a personal declaration. Name your altar Jehovah Jireh. Name your challenge Jehovah Jireh. Name your mountain Jehovah Jireh, for the God who saw Abraham's need before it appeared is the same God who sees your need today, and his provision is already on the mountain. So let us continue walking by faith, trusting the God who sees ahead and provides exactly what is needed. The Lord will provide. Have a very blessed day, and God be with you.